Yeah, I'm back. What is going on, guys? It's CrowShow coming at you with another video on the CrowShow. Finally, sorry it's been taking me a long time to get out there. In case you haven't noticed from the little tiny vlog I made with me and Bird and all them, and then me uploading the Easter egg from Gears of War 4 of you finding the spirits of Dom and Maria from Gears of War 2, then you already know I'm back in Saginaw. How was my trip in Colorado? I have to say, there was some ups and downs, but the ups overran the downs, so I'd say it was a pretty good freaking trip. By the sound of my voice and the fact that the video started off with me coughing, you can already hear that I am sick. Like, I don't understand. Like, I was supposed to get sick like last month or the month before that, because usually when I get sick with like allergies or something like that, they usually start around October and they go on through December and then they end at December. So I'm like wondering why all of a sudden now my allergies just decide to kick in. My parents trying to tell me that it's because of the atmosphere from being up in the mountains too much, and then coming back here where the atmosphere is way different. And I don't think that's the issue. I think it's just, you know, the allergies were like, as soon as he gets back, let's welcome him home with a big fuck you, pretty much. But anyways, I'm back and I'm glad to be back on the CrowShow. So it's been a long time for me trying to make a video. But I'm here now, so that's a good thing. Thanksgiving is around the corner. Not really excited for that. For my own personal reasons, you probably already know my godfather passed away last Thanksgiving. I made 2 videos on it. I'm planning on making another movie video, like another like montage, but like on my first channel of it like being really emotional, because it's still very emotional till this day to see this day come up and notice that he's still gone. But we're not going to go ahead and talk about depressing things. We're going to be talking about nice things. First up, let's go with the update on the CrowShow. I'm planning, since I'm back, to be making pretty much every single video for every playlist I've ever made on the channel. That's right. For all you people who love the CrowShow, I will be making a video of the CrowShow. This doesn't count as one. This just counts like a welcome back and update kind of video, and we're going to be showing off some cool stuff I got from Colorado. Unless if you want to count it as a CrowShow, that's up to you. But what I'm going to be doing is making a video for the CrowShow, making a video for Video Game Weekends, making a vlog video, and possibly making a laser combat video, and then making a trailer box video, just me by myself, because I still haven't found anybody to be a part of the trailer box. So it's just gonna be me for another video, because we got a shit ton of cool freaking trailers coming out, and I really want to show them off and talk about them. So trailer box needs to come back at least one more time. So we're just gonna go ahead and show you everything I got from Colorado. So let's go ahead and get started. So first things first, we're going to start off with the buttons. Colorado loves fucking Deadpool. I gotta tell you right now, I've seen so much Deadpool stuff there, it's ridiculous. But I couldn't afford half the things that they had, because, you know, I'm not going to pay over $20 for a cup or $50 for a shirt. I'm not going to be paying shit like that. I love Deadpool to death, but I ain't made of money. So I only had enough money to get certain things, although half the stuff that I got from Colorado, my dad helped me buy. So we're going to go ahead and show you the buttons. They had a shit ton of buttons for Deadpool, but we're going to go ahead and show you the ones that I did get a long time ago. This is my first ever pin of Deadpool I ever got. I got this a long time ago. Loved it, wanted it, got it. Second pin came from my friend Ashley Miller. She gave me this one. No, wait, I don't think she gave me this one. No, she did give me this one. Okay, Ashley Miller gave me this one, and I thought it was awesome, so I had to have it. So then that was my second pin, and then now we're getting into the Colorado pins. We got this one, which has the Welcome to Loserville Population U pin. I like this pin. This pin's pretty freaking badass. I like this one a lot. It's Keep Calm. Actually, no, I'm Deadpool. I like that one too. We got one with just like a bunch of little Deadpool faces on it. That's pretty freaking awesome, right? Like that one. We got another Deadpool face, but like the eyes are actually like, you know, squinted down to be like angry, so that one's really cool too. And we got the little cartoon Deadpool with machine guns. That's pretty cute, pretty awesome, pretty cool. And then we got the last one, which is just another picture of Deadpool crossing his arms over, and I like that one too. This one's pretty cool. So that's all the Deadpool pins. I had to get as many of them as I can. They were only like $1, so I was like, you know, fuck it, we're gonna get them all. Fuck them. So next thing that I saw at, they had a really awesome gaming store in Colorado. Like, I mean, they had like console systems and video games from like the very first age, like the joystick, all the way around the store back to the front door. And like it went from old to the new consoles, and it was crazy how many games there were and special editions they had there. Like they had a Modern Warfare 2 from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 special edition night vision goggles. I never knew that existed. That was freaking crazy. And they had Skyrim, Halo, all kinds of stuff. And I couldn't believe my eyes on how much stuff was there. It was crazy awesome. But one thing I definitely bought besides besides one video game from there, which I've been looking for a while, but haven't had the chance finding it. They had World at War there for like a really cheap price of $15. And usually you'd only find this game in certain places in Saginaw for like 20 bucks. So I'm like, yeah, I need to get this because the one that I have doesn't work. So I'm like, I'm gonna get a new one. And played it all the way through, loved it. Felt like I was back in my age of like being a teen and stuff like that, back when I loved Call of Duty. And then they also had the coolest keychain in Gears of War history. I'm sad they didn't have any like COG tags. I really want COG tags, but that's okay. This is just as good. They had a Gears of War 3 Retro Lancer keychain, and I had to get it. It was fucking awesome looking, and I still haven't figured out what I'm gonna put it onto. I'm probably gonna put it on my keys. I don't know, but we're gonna have to figure that out some other time, right? But yep, let's move on. I also got a new hat. One second. No, that's not the right hat. Let's do it again. Where did this one even come from? No, we're not celebrating Civil War. Star Wars doesn't even come out for another month. Come on. Love Harley Quinn to death, but now is not the time. I love my name to death, but now is not the time. Come on, this has to be the one. There it is. The Gears of War hat. I love this hat. When I first saw this hat was in they had a super Target in Colorado. Like the store was huge and it had different stuff that you never find here. So when I saw that they had this there, I had to get it. It was the one thing I was always looking for, was a Gears of War hat. Next to a Gears of War shirt, of course. But when I saw they had this, I needed that hat. And the fact that it was really sunny, so I had to get this hat, and it was fantastic, and I love it. It feels so nice. It's so light. It's perfect. I love this Gears of War hat. It is beyond awesome. So anyways, we're going to move on to another thing I saw at Super Target. And these are by far the coolest thing I've ever seen as a COD fan. And they had Call of Duty zombie shot glasses. That is freaking sick. They have a freaking Speed Cola, Quick Revive, Double Tap, and Juggernog. This is fucking awesome. Me and my friends are having like a plan to like go out drinking one day, and then like we'll flip them around, and then whoever like it's like a little mix and match. So if it's like you're like blindfolded pretty much. So when you drink it, we tell you what it is, and you get either Speed Cola or Juggernaut or something. Like. So it's all a matter of chance and luck of what you get. So these shot glasses are pretty fucking amazing. I take them out and show you guys, but I've only taken them out once, and I don't really like taking them out. So I'm just gonna leave them in the box because they're just so beautiful. Another thing I found, they had this amazing poster store in Colorado, Boulder, Colorado. And they have, this poster store has like posters for video games, famous musicians, bands, artists of like, you know, paintings and stuff like that. So I was looking for one in particular. I found Terminator, I found Predator, I found Star Wars, but I was looking for one in particular, and you guys all know what I'm about to say. That's right, I was looking for the Crow. Sadly, they didn't have the first Brandon Lee Crow poster. However, they did have the second one, which was just as good as the first one, but not as good as the first one. Like, when it comes down to the Crow movies, 1 and 2 were good. They were the best. 3 and 4, they should never even existed, in my opinion. Salvation was shit. Wicked Prayers was just ridiculous. It's dumb. Like, they had a good story going for it, and then it just died. Not like they had something going, they fucked it up. But yeah, the first and second movie was my favorites. So I found the second Crow poster, and it says at the top here, there will be another. And that's basically talking about Ash, who was the character in the second Crow movie. And the second Crow movie is called The City of Angels. So when I saw they had this as a poster, I thought it was beautiful, and it was by far the coolest thing I've ever seen in a Crow poster. I'm gonna hang it up one day, but I have to get a frame for this, because I'm not just gonna hang it up like on there. I need a frame. It's gotta be somewhere else. Okay, moving on. I went to another game store before we left this Colorado, and it was GameStop. I wanted to see what the GameStop was like, and the GameStop there was 10 times better than the GameStops here, because it had almost every single console game. But it stopped all the way up to maybe, I don't know, probably up to maybe Nintendo 64, and then it just stopped from there. So I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. They got 64 games, but like they don't got anything else before that. So I was kind of disappointed it wasn't that same game store that I went to before. But you know what? I can live with it. You know, I'm not picky. I never was picky. I can't be picky. But when I saw it, I was trying to get the new COD game, but I didn't have enough, so I couldn't get the new COD game. So I was upset, and I was looking around in the Xbox One section, and I saw this. The freaking Prototype 1 and 2 Deluxe Edition with DLC. This is freaking awesome. We got both games in one, and it didn't even cost that much memory. It literally was done in like 5 seconds. It was fucking awesome. I've been playing it for a while. I've been not playing it here and there because I want to enjoy it. This game was fucking awesome as like growing up as a kid. This game is freaking badass, and to see that they had it remastered and everything for freaking Xbox One was even better. So I'm still on number 1. I haven't gotten to number 2 yet, but I'm really excited to start playing number 2 when it comes to it. But yeah, we got Prototype 1 and 2, the Biohazard bundle. It's fucking awesome. And the last store that I went into before we left Colorado, I was looking for a comic book store because I was really wanting to find the very first Crow comic book, because I have 3 through freaking 6. But I do not have the first one, or the second one. So I was really disappointed that I didn't have it. So I wanted to be able to find them. Unfortunately, they didn't have 1 or 2. They only had up to 3 through 8 or 10 or 11. But I didn't remember off the top of my head which ones I needed. So I knew that I needed number 7 after I figured out after buying them. So I have the same comic books, but I have Extra Crow comics up issue 5 and 6, and I thought I didn't have these ones, but then after coming home and realizing I had them, or actually no, I read these on the plane back home, and I'm like, oh wait, I've read these. I have these. So I was really disappointed that I had number 7 in my hand. I just didn't know if it was the same writer, and it was. So I was disappointed I had that comic book in my hand, and I could have taken it along with 8 and 9 and 10, but I didn't. So I was really disappointed that I didn't have it. So I'm going to find a place I can sell those. Unless if you guys are interested into it, find me on Facebook at Draven Hewen, and we'll negotiate a price and what these can come out to be. So that we can. But that doesn't mean I didn't get a Crow comic that I definitely did not have. There was a new Crow comic by James O'Barr-Terry, and this is a whole different type of freaking comic in Crow. I've heard stories. I know that there's a different variety of Crow comics, but this one I didn't know existed. This Crow comic takes place in World War II in a Nazi concentration camp, and it all takes place in a Jewish family who is cheated into living and put into concentration camp and treated like vermin at the end. But the man rises to destroy the concentration camp and free the Jews and go and avenge his family. And this Crow comic is called Skinning the Wolves. This comic book is freaking awesome. I read the whole thing and I want to find them. I want to find all of the Skinning the Wolves. This is freaking crazy good. I was actually so inspired that idea I have for making a Crow movie on my first channel is going to be based off of this Crow comic itself, because it is so good. I cannot stress how many times I've read it. It's really good. Skinning the Wolves is fucking awesome. I never knew World War II would actually have its own Crow. I've only imagined that to be an actual thing, and for me to actually find it, it's fucking great. I love it. So yeah, that is all I have gotten from Colorado. I'm back. Glad to be back. Glad to see you all again. Glad to see that my subscriptions have stayed at 204 while I was gone. So yeah, like I said, I'm making videos for all of my playlists that I have on the CrowShow. CrowShow, Video Game Weekend, Crow Vlogs, Laser Combat possibly, and Trailer Box. So I'm planning on doing all this soon, but not anytime soon. I'm really sick. I had barely enough energy just to do this one. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments below if you have found the Skinning Wolves issue 1 and 2, or the first Crow comics by James O'Barr that I just showed you, issue 1 and 2, and where I can find it, because I really need to find these comics. These are a must for me. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good day.
We gonna fall, do we let it pop? Don't let it go. Come on, X gon' give it to you.